I'll show you how to accommodate a dog cage for young chickens. The bottom grid needs to be a finer mesh. Chicken wire has too big of holes in it. Something like rabbit cage is what you're gonna need. We've got a piece right here that's big enough. Cut a piece big enough to fit the bottom of the cage. We'll trim off a piece, form it to fit the bottom. Clean up the sharp edges. Form the wire to fit the cage. We'll fold the corners in. We want this to fit inside the cage. We've got everything formed and there's no sharp edges on it. Put it into the cage. We'll have to distort it a little bit to get it in. Work it into the bottom of the cage. Now we've got a wire grid that the chickens can walk on. The droppings will go through, but their feet won't. Here's one of the little cute guys that are gonna be going in here. Kind of exploring the space. We'll use a pop bottle for the water and a milk jug for the food. The milk jug has a much bigger opening to allow food to flow through. We'll dig through the plumbing until we find a combination that works. I might be able to tap this 90 fitting and screw it in. This might fit the milk jug, but this end right here won't go through the cage. Might be able to put this on top of the cage and then bring it down like this. I just keep trying different fittings to see what I've got. I don't want to go to the store. Right there's a combination that might work for the water. This is called a hen hydrator. When the chicken pecks at this, the water comes out. I'll epoxy glue it into the pipe. This will seal the pipe to the hen hydrator. Put it in place. Let all the glue drain down and form threads. I removed all the components so it doesn't get sticky. I'll file off some of the threads so the connector will fit. A little filing and this will slip right on there. We'll add some Teflon tape to this joint right here. We want the water to seal, but this is very low pressure. Press it tightly. Reassemble the hen hydrator. We'll hot glue on the threads. Test everything to make sure it's watertight. Take off the label so we can see the water level. Drill a hole in the bottom so we can get water in there. We'll leave the bottle intact so we can get as much strength as we can out of the bottle. Maybe we'll use a funnel to fill it. Fill it with some water. We'll check it for leaks. We'll need to tighten up the threads here. Attach the bottle to the side of the cage. With Teflon tape on the threads, it doesn't leak. Water only comes out the drip edge. Add this to the cage. Grab a piece of wire, twist it into place. Nice and secure. We'll connect this to a feeding tray. Peanut butter jar fits in here. Drill a hole through this. Drill it with a Forstner. Now we've got a hole in the bottle. Attach the pipes. We'll epoxy glue these pipes together. Screw in the feeding tray. File grooves into the side of the plastic so we can put it right between these two bars. That little groove will catch into the wires. Snap it into place. With those grooves, it's snapped in real tight. We'll put the food container in. This juice container will make a better hopper than this milk jug. Cut a hole in the bottle with a hole saw. Nice clean hole. File down the threads to make it fit. We'll check the fit. It's in there pretty tight without glue. Now we've got the water source and the food source. We'll put a bowl in the corner to catch the water when it comes out of the head here. Now when the birds drink the water, the excess water will go into the bowl. We'll set it on a box with grass and try it inside first. We'll add some food. Now we can see that there's food in the upper hopper and down below. The chickens will be able to eat out of here. The food bin may be a little high. We'll put the chicks in and see what they think. We'll set them in and let them explore. They'll have to find the food, they'll have to find the water. The chickens were not finding the food, so I lowered the food bin. With it lower, the birds will be able to find it. With this cage, we'll be able to get the chickens outside. When these guys get bigger, I'll show you the coop. In front is the egg-laying bay. We've got a place for water, food scraps, and where they lay the eggs. In the back, we've got an intermediate coop when they're a little smaller. Water is collected off the coop into this bucket. That's the system.